Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. CDS Chief of Army Staff. Military won't give in to anti-democratic calls. Government joining forces with foreign nations to recover stolen wealth. Misinformation erodes trust between government, people, says Minister. Rivers Council poll for Bara loyalists shop for alternative platform to contest. What Tinubu's China trip means for Nigeria, says presidency. Nigeria gets 10,000 Mpox vaccine doses. CBN to issue 2.2 billion naira treasury bills in Q4. Okay. Which story starting with?
Let me start with the major headlines. So the Chief of Army Staff, of course, you know, he stand against those people calling for military takeover. Yeah. But yes, he reiterated it yesterday at the 2024 Chief of Army Staff Combined second and third quarter conference in Oyo. And he said, there's no way. He said, thanks, but no thanks to those calling for, you know, a military takeover. And he re-emphasized the importance of our democracy and the successes that we've gained. He also addressed the Minister for Finance, who visited him and said that the military will continue to defend the nation's democracy. He also used the opportunity to talk about insecurity and how the military is gaining ground and what they will do more to ensure. He talked about how they are now moving into economic security within the military. And I'll take the agricultural part of it in another paper because I saw it there. But here, he kept emphasizing the need for us to continue to enjoy the peace that democracy has brought to us and how the army will continue to support the works of the president. And he addressed the president and commended him directly. Yeah. He said one can say this was coming from a young Nigeria who has never experienced the era of Nigeria's extensive military rule, and that's addressing those who are calling for it. He said it is pertinent that they should enjoy democracy, have an uninterrupted democratic rule in the country. So just continue to follow.
So yesterday there was an event in Abuja at the annual general conference of the Nigerian Bar Association. Actually, there was actually in Lagos. And there, the Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, yesterday spoke and said that Nigeria was working with foreign nationals, foreign nations, to recover more looted funds back to us. He said that his ministry was rallying at the anti-corruption agencies to speed up all the prosecution of corrupt persons in the country. He's also engaging with the police and other agencies on other issues bordering on rule of law and correctional center reforms. Specifically, the Attorney General of Commissioner for Justice in Lagos State himself, Lawal Pedro SAN, also stressed the need for speed and efficiency in the justice delivery. Then also the chairman of the EFC, that's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Chairman Olanikwe Lukayade, also urged the National Assembly to speed up the law, to tighten the whistleblower policy, which is rarely needed because when Nigerians come out to speak, they must be protected when they whistleblow. So this was all said during the event yesterday in Lagos.
So the spokesperson for the president, not spokesperson, special advisor on media and publicity, Ajuri Nglali, told reporters at the State House yesterday about the benefits of the trip of the president to China. So the president is going to visit China, and in this visit, we are expecting that he's going to be meeting with two major corporations in China, Huawei and the China Rail, the China Rail Construction Corporation. And those two meetings will just be the first one to further conversations around ICT growth within Nigeria, as well as the rail construction, especially the one from Lagos, the high-speed rail that the government wants to achieve between Lagos and Kano. The Ibadan to Abuja segment of that road is part of what the president wants to achieve. He's also going to be meeting with 10 other CEOs of Chinese corporations to talk about refining oil and gas, aluminum production, seaport construction, harbor construction, dredging services, financial services, refining oil, and many more for growth within our economy, medium term and long term. Right. Then he said they will be having a meeting with the the head of his counterpart, I don't know, China, they don't call it president, but the counterpart Xi Jinping as well. I'm looking forward to the good news that will come from this. But it's just interesting that a Nigerian president, we see ourselves at the end of Africa, but our president is going to meet with CEOs. Like a president coming to Nigeria to meet with Dangote or Tedola and all of that.
Desperate times call for desperate
yes, it's just saying that if you increase your capacity, you'll be relevant to countries will come and meet with you in your own country. And we hope this will bring us the benefit we desire as a nation.
Yes, I have a story. Latest update on the Mpox outbreak. We're now hearing that WHO is saying that it needs about $87.4 million to effectively manage the current Mpox outbreak. This funding, according to the Global Health Watchdog, is required over the next 6 months in collaboration with countries, partners, and other stakeholders in containing the spread of the disease. Now, WHO has said that the funds would be directed towards the implementation of essential strategies or activities which are detailed in the Global Strategic Preparedness and Response Plan SPRP, and this was unveiled on Tuesday. Now, according to reports, also Nigeria has received a donation. This is the one that really affects us at home. We received a donation of 10,000 doses of the Miscellaneous vaccine from the United States government as part of its effort to combat the Mpox outbreak in the country. Now, the federal government has said that these vaccines would be rationed. They would prioritize frontline health workers, the most affected regions, and the most vulnerable populations in the country.
Moving on now to the Punch, governor slammed for wasting 160 billion on viable airports. Somebody should have that story.
I do have that
Lagos
story.
Calabar Highway demolition, 100 landowners team up for fresh legal war. Abure Oti on collision course over the LP National Working Committee tenure. Lagos conducts red line rail test run today. IG vows to rescue 2,149 kidnapped victims. And AMCON said to sell Ibadan Disco. Okay, let's take one story for the break.
Let me quickly take AMCON. So the AMCON Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Galade has said that they are looking to, after emphasizing the importance of power sector to businesses, they are looking to sell Ibadan Disco to, he said, call them deep pockets. He said Ibadan Disco was taken over by AMCON in 2022 due to insolvency, and they've been managing it, but they know how important it is for it to get proper investment. And so they are in the process of selling it. It's not being sold yet, but they are fully in process, and they are yet to conclude the sale, but they are looking to sell it to those who can pick it up and make it viable again. I hope that is done soon.
Let's go on a short break now. We'll come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.